And there we are. Hey, everybody. sPidA here, coming soon podcast, of course, coming to you once again from San Antonio, Texas, being joined by Tim Fry. My man, how are you doing, brother?
I'm excellent, sir. Thank you for having me.
Man, and of course, where about are you at, man? You're not in Texas, are you?
I am not. I am a little north. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, wow, man. How's the weather out there right now?
It looks a lot nicer than it is. It's a little chillier than I'd like, but
Okay.
not
I
bad.
see. I see you wearing a jacket. I said the only time we wear one here in Texas is we're indoors. We're inside and the AC
Yeah,
is on.
for the life of me, I don't know how I still live here. I'm a warm blooded man.
No, no, I hear you, bro. Now, of course, man. I mean, I got you in here for a few things, of course. I mean, I wanted to know a little bit about yourself, your background. I mean, and what got you into what you're doing now. I mean, of course, you do work full time, but you're also the New Blood Custom Creations, man, the master. But
Yeah.
how did you go about getting into that?
It started really about well, I mean, I've been a lifelong horror fan my entire life. Especially with the '80s horror. You
Oh
got
yeah,
me with that one, man.
there you
Oh,
go.
telling you, I can talk all day on those. But started about 2 years ago. I came across the video where a guy was customizing a mask for himself, and I was like, "Hey, that's kind of cool. I think I could do that," And I tried it out. Uh, First one went well. Second one, I give it to my kid. He can
Oh,
play
okay,
with
there you go.
it. But life kind of got in the way a little bit. Like 2 years, I went on like a lull where I just kind of stayed away from it. Then about 2 months ago, I'm like, I'm gonna start hitting it full force, and been at it little over 2 months, going back at it again, and
Okay, man.
it's
Well, you
fun.
know what? And I gotta ask. I mean, is it therapeutic? I mean, you kind of like unwind and kind of go into your own little world.
Absolutely, like so I'm a horror movie man from the core, so it's doing that. It's just I have the theme songs from like Friday 13th playing in my head, something like that, just to stay in the mood, you
Is it in
know.
your ringtone? I gotta ask.
It is not. I actually have
Oh, okay.
my ringtone when it's on. Usually it's off, but it's actually Du Hast, the little jingle from
Oh, okay, okay.
Rammstein. But yeah, maybe one of these times I'll switch it up.
No, 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 for sure, man. I was gonna say too, man. My phone is off all the time, man. My girl calls me. She's like, well, I'll see her call, and I call her back, and she's like, I've been calling, and I'm like, man, my ringer's off.
Yep.
I'm at work, so
Oh
I,
yeah. Oh yeah. And I was like,
so
oh yeah, I'm gonna set a reminder. I'll turn it on. Still
so
doesn't
yeah.
happen
And of course, and I gotta ask, man. I mean, of course, you are a fan of '80s horror, man. But why
very much.
the hockey mask, man? Was it because of the platform? Because you were able to put more on it, or
Well, I mean, the Jason Voorhees character obviously is one of my top tiers.
right?
That's just standard. But like I said, the guy that I came across, his name is Big Hush. He's on YouTube. He
Okay.
does the hockey masks, and it's like that kind of gave me the idea to kind of run with it a little bit. I started off doing what he does, sort of. I mean, our styles are very different if you look at them. Uh, but this last time, like 2 months ago, I just started with customers building their masks and just kind of upgrading them week after week, and really get into it now. It's
And
I have a
and
blast. I love doing it.
and of course, I mean, you do customs. I mean, the name's in the company name, of course. But do you mold the mask, or do you have them send
I
it to
do
you?
not yet. I do not yet. One of these times, I will get to the point where I make my own mask blanks. I'm still a newbie, so I'm still purchasing pre-mades from good suppliers, though.
No, yeah, but I mean, of course, I guess as long as they're good, I mean, because you do tweak them, you change them up, you beat them up, you cut them, you make them
Oh
look,
yeah,
what they call, I forgot that word, like furbish, where they're kind of taking the beating, and you make them look
yeah, a
great,
little
man.
distressed.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
this
little
there
distressed.
you go, man. I was gonna say, what's that word? But I did get this image off your page, man. I was just gonna pop it up real quick, but something like
Yeah,
this. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, damn, okay, you know what? I mean, you obviously have a vivid imagination and you can put it on the mask, so that's pretty cool,
yeah, yeah. That was a quite popular one. I actually did that from a friend of mine that just kind of inspired me to it. Being Halloween time, you got to do something like that, and you got a good turnout. I've already, as soon as I made it though, it's like I already think of 10 things I can upgrade on it to make it
Oh
much better than the first one, and I've had people purchase that same mask, so it's been a good one for the holiday season.
man. And of course, you do custom. So if I were to contact you and say, you know what, I want like a half and half, or I want a full, give you the ideas. I mean, how do you go about putting it on the mask? Is it drawn? Is it digital?
Well, Yeah, it starts with a sketch. Basically, people get a hold of me and they first want to know exactly what I do.
Right.
So I kind of got to run through the whole spiel there and tell them what I do pretty much, and then they give me an idea. And fortunately, most of them are confident enough in me to just like let me run with it
Nice.
instead of like saying I want the mask to look exactly like this, which I can do. But I like running with it because I like they change over day to day. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I think it's something you can tweak that can look a little better than what you had planned, and yeah, it's
No, that's cool,
pretty
man.
much how it is. You just give me an idea, and I try to get creative.
No, no, for sure, man. You see, because that's one of the things I do when there's a logo or there's something involved. Like the
Yeah,
people that I know, that I see their work, and of course they know what they're doing. So I'm kind of like, hey, look, this is what I'm looking at. I want this, this, and this. I said, go crazy, man, and half the time they do. They come back with something great. And they've never sent me anything back where I'm like, oh man, I don't like it. It's just
yeah.
they're too hard. They same page. So it's like they send me something and I'm like, dude, that's it. That's what I want, man. And it works out.
I
But
love that.
no, no,
I
for
love it. I
sure.
love getting good responses from people when they actually get the masks in person. It's like, 'cause being a perfectionist, it's like I always see things I could do better, and almost all of them never turn out exactly like I had planned, but
No, you have those
pretty
what they
good.
call those beautiful accidents, right? I mean, it happens. You're like, hey,
Absolutely,
I like this.
absolutely. There's yeah, the one I'm turning on, or the I'm actually going to be. It's finished. I'm going to be shipping out tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
It didn't turn out exactly like I was originally planning, but I prefer the way that it is now over
Nice.
that. It's like the guy kind of wanted a half like distressed Jason, half rotting face, if you will.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's like initially it was like, all right, rotting face zombie. But then I was like making it, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna make this more of like a realistic rotting face. So it
Nice.
actually looks a lot better in my opinion. And then the mask itself just looks like it's sitting in a muddy puddle. you know,
Oh,
it
nice,
turned out
bro.
really well. I'm very happy about it.
Man, and of course, I mean, when it comes to you draw. I mean, like you said, it starts off with a sketch, but
Yep.
paints. I mean, you paint them. I mean, how does that
I
come about?
yeah, I do a lot. I paint with various different kinds of like spray paints, acrylics, brushes, sponges, whatnot. Then I'll use Dremels to do customizations, sandpaper, sanding blocks, soldering irons. I melt them sometimes, to get
Yeah.
a certain effect.
Have you ever
Uh,
like gotten mad, thrown against the wall, and you get it, and you're like, hey, I like this,
I've gotten mad multiple times. Yes, I've gotten mad quite a few times. That there's every once in a while you get one. It's like, all right, kind of mess up a little bit, and more often than not, they turn out right. You know,
Yes,
if they
definitely.
don't, I'll just restart it over completely.
No, and of course, I mean, when you do something like that, because obviously, I mean, you do get the mask pre-bought, like you said, but
Yeah,
do you have a lot that you're kind of like, oh, you know what, I'll put it in the box. You have a box of like, just ones that you didn't want to send, and you just you know, got stuck with a
kind
few.
of. Yeah, I have a few that I either messed up on during the process, or I didn't want to send them, or this that I can use to experiment with how to make different textures on them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. To see what works, what doesn't, because some
Okay.
things just don't work. In your eyes, like, oh, this totally put this down on canvas, but yeah, I got some rough copies that are sitting around in boxes.
Nice, bro. And of course, man, like you said, I mean, right now you're not making them yet, but getting a mold, getting something like that. I mean, how far off are you from that? I mean, what's keeping you from doing that right now?
More or less just family time.
Okay.
Because I work, like I said, I work full time. I work a little part time job, and I'm doing this, and
Nice.
I'm 6 days a week, gone 12 hours a day. And I got a little 2-year-old boy
Oh
running
yeah.
around. He takes a lot of attention.
Oh no, no, for sure, man. Especially at two, man. They're grabbing everything, and just like you gotta really keep an eye on them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He loves grabbing everything on her.
And of course, I mean, growing up, I mean, where Halloween time or whether it was you wanting to dress up or get in costume, was it difficult growing up, like getting into having your parents buy you anything? I mean, is this kind of where now it's like, hey, I'm an adult, I can make my own kind of thing? Is that where it comes from?
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really realize or remember any issues back then. I loved
Oh,
Halloween, man. That was Like you would understand for horror movie people, that's just a small bit of the year.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, the
yeah. You see, and that's kind
just
of like the one time of the year where people actually like, oh, okay, that's cool. The rest of the year they kind of freak out and walk away from you.
they join us for the time being. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
nice.
You see, and
I
then the
prefer.
reason I'm asking about the whole, growing up, man, because for myself, it was a family of eight. So me
Oh,
asking for
nice.
something, yeah, man, for me asking my mom, like, hey, can I, it was like always no. So it was always hand me
Uh,
down. And a lot of
yeah,
times they were cool, and a lot of times it was just like I got what I got, man. I mean, what are you for
yeah.
Halloween? I'm like, well, I guess I'm a ghost, I don't know. We'll see. Well, half the time I didn't know, so I didn't get to pick and choose, but I definitely have fun, being a big
Yeah.
family. We were pretty we had no other choice but to be close, two
Hmm.
bedroom growing up, bro. It's rough.
Oh, absolutely. I was fortunate enough to be the oldest out of the four kids.
Oh, nice.
So I didn't necessarily get the hand me downs, but we weren't exactly like well off. So
Right,
it's my parents still did as good a job as they could.
right, right.
To get us costumes, and I didn't have to dress up as a ghost with the sheet over my head.
There you go. Man. Oh, same here, man. I mean, my dad was he was a working stiff, man. I mean, he definitely, if we needed something, he'd work the weekend, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like the way I am now. It's just like if I want to get something, I'm like, well, I'll just work extra, or I'll do, I've got a part-time job. I'm self-employed. I do this.
Yeah.
I do
Oh, yeah.
quite a bit myself, man. So I'm definitely all over the place, but that's why I appreciate these times, because everybody's always on the go, and it's hard to schedule, a lot of people, man. But
Ooh,
I grab it when
absolutely.
I can, dude. So I appreciate that, bro.
I
But let me ask
appreciate you,
you,
man.
no, and of course, I mean, you do customs, but are you kind of planning? I mean, I know you said you came back and you've been doing it 2 months, but are you kind of like, what? I want to create a mass to maybe push towards like an indie film, for an indie film to kind of pick it up and be like, hey, you know what?
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I'll be honest. I've already dabbled with the idea of making my own face masks and doing customs on other masks than the
Right.
Friday 13th style. And yeah, making my own masks in general and just designing them is definitely it's in the cards though.
Sweet, man. And the reason I asked is because I mean, of course, I watch a lot of indie horror films myself, and it's like I'm not saying they're running out of ideas because creativity and they're going wild, but I mean, there's a lot of fan films about with Jason, of course, and the whole
Yeah,
Friday the 13th. So it's like I mean, so somebody might see it and be like, man, you know what, like let's rock with this one, run with it and use it in the film, man.
that would be fantastic.
Cool,
I
brother.
mean, I'm all for that.
No, no, definitely, man. So of course, I mean, I've got a lot of producers out there, man. Maybe one of them will, watch this later and be like, hey, what, contact the guy. And when it
Hey,
comes to contact, bro, I mean, of course, is this only on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram. You can also get a hold of me, email, and I don't not sure if the phone number is out on the
Oh yeah,
Facebook yet, but it will be though.
oh yeah. We get those random Facebook calls, man. They're like, what the hell? People calling you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dude. Like, I'm a real private person. Like when I come home, it's like I'm cool with my neighbors and I greet them when I'm out there,
Yeah,
but. Like I'll be home chilling, watching TV, and somebody knocks on my door. I freak, and I'm like, "What the heck is it, man?" And it's just,
it's a disturbance.
yeah, oh yeah, it's like I'm over here, like, man, who the heck can it be, And it's like, it's not so much that I'm scared to answer or scared to see, but it's kind of it
Oh, I
bothers me.
understand.
Like, it's my neighbor. Hey, can I borrow? I'm like, dude, like, yeah, bro, go ahead. Like, just I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just weird, but of course, man. I mean, when it comes to full time work, I mean, now that you've been at this 2 months, man. I mean, your coworkers know about this.
Just some friends.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
really have coworkers. I am also self-employed with the courier thing, but
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
the friends know. Family knows they're my biggest supporters.
Definitely.
I've got family that always likes and comments and shares and whatnot. I appreciate it greatly.
No, no, for sure. And of course, you need to have that at home because if not, then that's when we get issues. We get problems. Hey, you're always doing this, and it's like, well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool. You're able to manage and, like you said, spend time with the family, of course, with your 2-year-old, and make sure you're at home. I mean, even when you're home, I mean, a lot of
have
times
to.
I'm here and I'm in my studio room working on
Yeah,
something, and it's like, okay, let me step outside and watch TV with my girl or my kid. It's always cool.
yeah. You gotta spread the attention because I got 2-year-old, the girlfriend's got an 8-year-old, and the girlfriend obviously. So the remainder of the time that I'm actually up and not working, I have to find ways to
Oh yeah.
give them
Um,
attention.
I know, dude. And like here, we have three aquariums. We have koi
Oh
fish
yeah,
and two of them. We have a pond up front with koi fish and a turtle. We have a
yeah.
pond in the back with another turtle. We've got four dogs. We've got four birds. We've got who knows what other creatures we got out here, man. But
You don't
yeah,
like free time, do you?
no, it's like I wake up in the morning. It's like I go to work at 4, so by 2:45 I'm up and I'm like feeding this turtle, feeding that fish, feeding this fish, and so it's like I have to wake up like 50 minutes earlier just so I can get everybody fed, the dogs out,
Yeah,
But it's routine. Now it's just
yeah.
automatic and out of instinct. But I like it, man. It's peaceful. We'll go outside and chill for a little while, just watch the fish swim, bro. Honestly, I'm just like, man,
Uh,
make me
it's
make
relaxing.
me wish I would have gotten the pond a lot bigger because I jump in that bad boy.
Maybe one day, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Life goes, man. But of course, bro. I mean, right now, I mean, like you said, you are going to work, and when is your chill time? I mean, do you kind of schedule like a 1 day a week, or is it just whenever you literally have time to work on
I
something?
generally have Sundays off, and that's technically my family time, if you will.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I just kind of generally busy between about 3 p.m. to 1 in the morning every single day, except for Sundays. But
Okay.
then I work in the morning on Saturday, so it's not really an evening thing. But
Damn.
yeah, I get free time when I can.
Yeah. No, no, same here, bro. I mean, after this, I've got another one I'm gonna be doing later on today. But while I'm here, I gotta set. I'm off this weekend, so I'm kind of trying to get everything done today. That way, my girl's not bothering me tomorrow and Sunday. I want to rest. Try to jump on it real quick.
Exactly.
But man, and of course, man, when it comes to being creative, I mean, growing up, man, were you like sketching? Were you drawing? I mean, where does that come from?
Okay, yeah, it's kind of funny because I've always been creative and like into art, into building stuff.
Yeah.
You go back earlier years, like in the young preteen days or whatever, I was
Okay.
probably more into breaking stuff. But
Oh, yeah.
I became very creative, very doing the artsy stuff. My dad was very artsy, but he's more of a drawer. I can't
Okay.
really draw so well. I'm more of a form kind of guy and
Right.
construct, and I've always been of that mindset. I do like designing,
Oh,
and
okay.
making things visually appealing.
Nice. Cool, man. And of course,
It's
I
always
mean, that
been
was,
interesting.
over the years. I mean, did you take classes for this, or was this just you at home?
Freestyling it, man. No
Nice, bro.
classes whatsoever.
And I mean, have you thought about that, or are you like, it's too late? I'll just keep going.
I haven't honestly thought about it, to be honest, because I just kind of go with what I'm doing and
Yeah.
just kind of fill it out. And like I said, even the 2 months that I've restarted doing this, I'm already, I don't know, broadening my horizons of what I can do. And I feel like the masks right now that I'm finishing that will be coming out this week and next week are gonna blow the masks that I've already made out of the water.
Nice, bro.
So that's good, right? It gets better.
No,
It's
yeah,
a good thing.
it's like I mean, like you said, as you're working on one, you're thinking, man, you know what? Now I know what to do, or what
Yeah,
else I can
yeah,
add to it, and of
yeah.
course,
I'm
go ahead.
working on two masks for a metal band out of Jersey that
Yeah.
just recently got signed, and they're big Friday 13th fans, so they want the masks for kind of their stage thing. And I'm making the masks, and they've changed probably 15 times.
Oh yeah,
But I've also got ideas for like 10 different masks that I want to make for them. So I'm already set up to go because they'll be wanting more.
nice.
They'll get used.
No, well, that's cool. I mean, because if they got signed, of course,
Yeah,
album covers, they got, well, I don't know. I mean, vinyl's still going, so of course you might see it out there, not just digital, but on an
yeah,
actual sleeve or something, dude. That's pretty cool, man.
yeah. I'm looking to make them nice and sturdy for them so they last for a while, and
Sweet, bro. And then with something
get
like that,
some.
I mean, are you kind of like, hey, you know what? I'll send you an extra one, sign it, send it back, kind of thing.
I may go into that. I may. We've
Okay.
already been talking about having an alternate mask or two. I'll get into that. They've been super cool. Some of my favorites. I've got like a dozen like regular customers that have just been awesome. The communication every single day or every other day.
Yeah.
You know, even if they don't buy anything, it's just the support means a lot.
No, no, for sure, man. Now, of course, when it comes to creating this, I mean, of course, you do charge. So, does the charge kind of like, does it depend on what they want or what else? Like, as far as
It
how much
kind of
work they
does.
do?
I offer the different base masks. I started on a what I call a standard, which is a very generic Friday 13th style mask, and that's the cheaper version. And then I offer a movie molded, which is
Oh,
more accurate to an actual movie. It's a better quality mask, um, and that's kind of what I offer for a base. As for the customization itself, I like keeping it kind of a flat rate because I
right,
don't want to just surprise somebody with a bunch of extras,
right,
you
right.
know. So basically, I give them a price that it's going to be, and if I choose to add anything to it, it's on me
Gotcha. Oh,
because
but
I
that,
want the mask to look good.
no, no, for sure, man. I mean, of course, you want it to last. Especially they're going to be out there playing live with these masks. They're going to take a beating,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. And
Yeah,
I asked him that too, and it's like part of your state, like you're gonna be singing with these on, and I just assumed they'd use them for like picture ops or whatnot, you know.
oh yeah.
It's like, okay, all right, we'll
Yeah,
rock it,
I kind of have an idea who it is, man, because I think I do follow him as well. So we'll
Oh,
see.
really?
Yeah, bro. I know they're out there, man. But yeah, they rock them, dude. And one of the things about it, because I think if it's them, I had contacted them about bringing them on here, and it's still in the works. But
Yeah,
one of the things was like, man, because they're singing through those things, and I'm thinking like, okay, how much better or how much worse do they sound a lot, without the mask, bro? Like because of course it's gonna be muffled a little bit, but I'm just kind of curious, But if I get them on here, I'm definitely gonna ask. And the fact that they're out there and they're big fans of, the not just the
yeah,
mask, the character, that's pretty cool, man.
yeah. I can't imagine it'd be if it changed the sound with the mask on, but it's not the first time anybody's used masks
No,
for stage
no.
performances.
You've got what was it like Slipknot, Gore back in the
Oh
day,
yeah,
singing to those damn things, man. So it's been done, but it's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's a performance, So of course people want to see
yeah,
the character. They want to see it, it's just come to life. So it
yeah.
kind of adds to the whole image. Yeah, I like that though. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty much the idea. That's what kind of got me to keep going is to make stuff that is not just your standard Jason mask look,
Right.
Like everybody does that, I just want to be a little different and
You see,
personalize it a little bit.
and I was going to ask you about that because, of course, right now it is just a Jason mask. But I mean, as you progress, are you looking at like rubber masks? Are you looking at other styles, or are you just going to keep it?
I maybe with the rubber latex is a possibility. Any mask that's hard plastic is a definite yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely looking at designing different styles of masks, whether I make them or they're pre-bought. I'm not.
I forgot where I left them, man. I have a few, and I always go out on the hunt. What I call,
Yeah,
I hit up flea markets, garage sales, and besides my part-time job, I'm also a contract delivery driver, man. I deliver furniture for a department store, 6 department stores here in town, So
yeah,
I'm always on the road. I go to estate sales, and I'm always finding cool stuff, man. So of course, I've got a few Jason masks, that I've picked up, and all of them, they're not just one color. They're like altered, or they're painted, or they're. So I'm like,
yeah.
oh, cool, man. Like it talks to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it, man. So,
Exactly.
but I get it because I could go to the store and buy a regular mask, that or just go crazy and have somebody like you paint it and design it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another thing it offers. Like people that ask for the movie style mask, it's like I'll also add blood and gore if you want. It doesn't have to look exactly like a movie mask. You want me to make it unique in general? I'll damage it up if you want.
Yeah, I'll throw it against the wall a few times. Hey, man, we'll get it
I've
going.
tried that before. I've tried that. That's realistic damage right there.
No, you see, and I've seen people actually do that where they're like, oh yeah, man, I beat the hell out of it with the chain, and then
Yeah.
it adds character, because not all of them are the same. They're all going to dent differently or break differently,
Yeah.
when it comes to.
Create realism. You got to create depth to the damage.
Oh yeah, bro.
Makes
I
it
think,
look so much better than just painting it.
yeah, for sure, man. Because I think it was in high school. I still skateboard. I'm still as bad as I was in the '80s. I haven't learned much, but when I was skating in the '90s, I was in high school, and I used to have jeans that were like of course, the knees were torn. It's like, and I had this one girl one day. She was like, "Hey, how'd you do that to your pants? Like, I want to do that." And I'm like, I said, "I fell, man." I said, I crashed and burned, off the skateboard, and it just tore. And I saw her trying it later that year, and you could tell that, like, it's not real, man. And I was like, man, it
Yeah,
looked pretty bad. I mean, for me, it was natural, so it's just, the ripped jeans and all that. But it's like, it's a
it's
style.
weird. All that imitation damage and distress is what
Oh yeah,
style now.
dude. Yeah, because when she asked me, and I was just like, man, I fell down, dude. Like, I didn't know how else to answer her. I was just like, dude, I hit a rock and freaking flew off. Hit my face plant and whatnot, dude. But that's cool though, man. And let me ask you, because I'm actually interested in doing something. I am gonna try to work something with you when it comes to designing, because I had this idea when I started looking at your page, and I was like, dude, like, you know what? There's something that I've been wanting to do when it comes to not just the mask itself, but the print
Yeah,
and the drawing. And I'll get with you on that, because I'm definitely looking to get something made. Not just for here. I want to have it here and just maybe wear it every once in a while. We'll see, but
can make
we'll,
that happen.
yeah, yeah. But well, maybe I'll start doing. I think we did that. Me and my boy Braxton. We actually did an episode with the mask on, dude. It was horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it probably sounded better than it did now. People are probably like, oh, okay, that was an improvement, but it was just something like we went live, and I didn't tell him I was gonna wear one, and he like we went live, and he was like, dude, like, what the hell, like, bro, like, we didn't know. It was just something that we both decided to do, so it was just funny, but we just went around with it, man. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And let me ask you, bro, when it comes to as far as mask, I mean, are you looking at like merchandise later on, man? Like maybe T-shirts, stickers.
Quite possibly, absolutely. My I call him my decal man, is I use decals a lot for like stencils or
Yeah.
whatnot, and he also makes stickers, and yeah, I've definitely considered it. It'll be down the line a little bit, but
No, no, for sure, man.
maybe
Yeah.
another month or two.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get you some more masks going, right? Get some fun.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Got a
But
few big ones coming.
and of course, man, like I mentioned earlier, people contacting you. I mean, they can go on your Facebook page,
Mhm.
on Instagram, or is it under your name as far as Tim Fry, or is it under?
No, it's under New Blood Customs.
Okay, I gotta look that up, because I'll definitely add you on there.
Yeah, I'm a very new to the Instagram thing, so I'm getting there. But I've got a couple. I've got Tyler Maine, the guy that
Yeah.
played Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie movies. I've been talking to him. It's like I have an idea for masks that I'd love to like send to him to get a picture and whatnot, and I kind of want your feedback, see if
Yeah.
it works for you. And he's super cool. He responds to every single message
No, for sure,
personally.
man. I
It's
mean,
real great guy. And I got a few other people I kind of asked to like, hey, if I make you a mask, will you make a video for me, like unboxing
yeah.
it and whatnot? Because
Oh yeah, I
still a
mean,
newbie.
publicity, bro. It helps, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
And man, and of course, I mean, one of the things, I mean, because I cover a lot of events here locally. I'll go to
Yeah,
Bastrop. I haven't been to Houston yet for an event as far as media, wise, but I get to meet a lot of these guests. Not that the strike's over, I'm definitely going full blown, because a lot of them were like, oh, I can't do an interview, but now it's a go, man. But a lot of people have been cool, man. Like all these guys, I've been meeting, men and women. You know, it's humbling, because it's like, dude, I've seen so many movies with you in it, and now it's like you're right here. It's like I get a little,
that's strange.
yeah, yeah. It's like it's definitely a blessing, bro. Because a few months back, they had a Killer Clowns event, and they had Snyder, they had Grant, they had two of the as far as that portrayed the clowns. And I mean, dude, I grew up with that. My kids went with me, and they grew up with it because I was watching it all the time, and it was just
I
like,
love Killer Clowns.
yes, bro. That was just like, for me, that was just like that was it. I was just like, damn, you know what? Like, if I don't make it into anything, that was just like one of those, like, dude, I'll never forget. It's definitely a cool experience, and more coming. There's a lot more guests coming next year.
Yeah.
Towards the end of this year, man. I'm still hitting up a few more conventions, but what I'm getting with that is, are you looking at maybe doing events, man? I mean, are you looking to maybe setting up, and later on, of course, like you said.
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, I've considered all that, all the above. I've had one of the another one of my customers. He's another avid horror movie fan who goes to these conventions. Talk to him as well. He's like, hey, would you want to take one of my masks, wear it around, kind of, pass out info and whatnot. And he's been pretty cool about it. And I'm looking forward to getting that opportunity as well because it's in Kentucky, which I've been over there quite a few times, but I'm not foreseeing it happening soon. So, but
No, yeah, and with little time that you have, I'm sure you can't just get up and head over for the weekend, but
trust me, one of my favorite things to do is get my brother and we go for road trips, and
nice,
we visit like historic places, but also purportedly haunted places.
nice.
And the last 2 years we've not been able to do a whole lot, so it's just eating at me a little bit. I need to get back on that.
No, yeah, man. I mean, and that's cool because that's one of my goals this year was like for me to travel and I did a little bit, and it's kind of ironic because I cover a lot of combat sports, man. I mean, I have this podcast and I have another one where I interview boxers, MMA fighters, and
Yeah,
kickboxers and all that, man. And
right on.
I cover a lot of the events. I'm always K-side, ringside, doing photos, and that's kind of where I got into this because I was like, what, one of my buddies, my boy Braxton, he was just like, yeah, dude, like let's just start this, and I was like, you know what, why not, man? I've been a horror fan for years, and I'm already doing it with the combat sports. I said, let me jump on this aspect, and
Yeah,
it's kind of cool because there's other podcasts out there, but I don't think many of them, especially here in San Antonio, are out there as much as I am, dude. Because I'm out there
yeah.
like every weekend, bro. I'm like hitting up every
Sounds like it.
yeah, dude, just having fun with it. I'm already. It's to the point to where I get there and people think I work there. Hey, where do I go with this? And I'm like, over there. Like sending people everywhere, bro. But it's been cool, man. The coordinators have been great. The guests, the vendors, man.
Yeah,
It's a lot of camaraderie, man. I mean, everybody's a fan, so we're kind of like, hey, let's help each other out and keep growing. So that's pretty cool.
yeah. The community is pretty supportive.
No, for sure, man. And of course, man, I know you got to get to work, bro. I do appreciate this, man, and I definitely want to bring you back, man. I mean, hopefully,
I would
next
love to
time,
come back.
the next one, man. I want to get you with one of your masks on, bro. We'll see how
I
that
can do
goes,
that.
man. Give a whirl.
I do that.
Sweet, brother. But of course,
Maybe
man.
we'll talk about killer clowns for a half hour.
Oh, sure, yeah. Maybe like 45 minutes. I'll stretch it out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was lowballing it with a half hour.
No, but yeah, man, I appreciate you jumping on this, man. Like I said, I'll definitely bring you back. We'll run something again soon. And for everybody out there watching, man, is there anything you want to say before we wrap this up, bro?
Oh, just my door's always open. Message anytime. You want anything, or if you want to talk about something you're mulling over in your head, just let me know.
Yeah, just don't call you on Facebook, right? No Facebook
Oh,
calls.
no, that's weird. Strange.
There you go. But man, I appreciate you. Don't hang up yet. Everybody out there, of course, once again, this is sPidA, the Coming Soon podcast. Tim Fry. Till next time, follow up.